Welcome to Daily Life Connection. Thanks for joining us again today. I want to look today at the God who fixes people, the God who fixes people. And I want to come from a bit of a different perspective on this. The reality is, every human being is broken, wounded, hurt in some way. Through life, it has done it to us. And the reality is, God desperately wants to heal that, to bring wholeness to us, to fix us, to help us to live well. And that's who He is. The problem comes when we get our roles mixed up with His, when we think our calling is to fix people. Someone said this the other day, and it was so powerful. There's a tremendous relief when we realize we don't have to fix people, but lead them to Jesus who does, and show them the vast banquet of what He offers and invite them to enjoy it. Huge difference. You see, so often it seems that we as Christians think that our job is to fix people, to point out what's wrong in their life, and to call them to adhere and comply with God's ways of doing and being. And we think that has become our task, our mission, our commission. That's God's job. My advice about that is stop taking God's job over. Stop usurping what He alone can do. He, through the power of our relationship with Jesus, through the indwelling life of the Holy Spirit, He is shaping us. He is healing us. He is guiding us, teaching us, leading us. That's His work. So then what is our responsibility? I believe our responsibility is to provide the environment in which He can work well. It's back to that, and I think we've talked about it before. But if you have a hothouse and it's got the right humidity and the right temperature and the right light, if the environment is right, then those plants will grow to become what they are designed to be. They will come to grow the right fruit and so on. Our job is not to make them do it. Our job is to provide the environment where the Creator brings that out in them. And I think that's exactly exciting when we see the church like that. When we see it as our main job is to provide the environment so the fixer can fix what needs to be fixed and healed and restored and renewed in people's lives. God is the fixer of people, not us. Not us. And I see sometimes pastors and people get so tired, frustrated, no matter how many times I tell people to straighten up and fly right, they don't. No matter how many times I call out what is sin and what is righteous and call people to live it and commit themselves to it, nothing seems to change. Yes, because we're not the fixers. Our job is to provide an environment of love and acceptance and grace and mercy. In that environment, the Holy Spirit will do His work. God will fix, heal, restore, renew, change, transform people and bring new life to them. And they will live better. They will live more in line with, in harmony with God's rules. You see, I think that's a good illustration. The difference between being in harmony with something and doing it out of duty and fear. God is the fixer, not you and me. So the good news is He will work in us to repair and restore and renew and heal what is wounded and broken and bent and hurt in our lives. It keeps us from living life to the full, life rich and significant and full of glory. But that's His job. Our job as His followers is to provide the atmosphere through our graciousness and mercy and love and acceptance of people and giving them value and dignity and embracing them and including them. When we do that, He is set free to go to work, to do the work in them and in us. And that's part of, the importance of being in a fellowship where it is a community of love and acceptance and forgiveness, inclusion and embracing and valuing, because it's in that environment that you and I flourish. Because the fixer, the healer, can do his work in us in that situation. So that's good news for us today. We can resign from our duty of fixing people. We can retire from that, give it up, and relax in it, letting him being the fixer. That's good news for us. Let's think about it. We'll talk again tomorrow. God bless.